What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman here for Stokastic.com, back again with the NFL DFS contenders on FanDuel for Thursday Night Football, Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comment section, who are your favorite plays for tonight's FanDuel slate? And finally, please go check out Prize Picks, presenting sponsor of this video. You see it on the banner. Click the link in the description of this video. Head on over to Prize Picks, make a deposit. If you do, they will match up to anything for $100. So like, if you only have 25 bucks to put in, they're gonna give you another 25. But if you can get to the 100, put in 100. You don't need an optimizer for this one. You're picking player props, over-unders. We got tools at the site that can help you out. You net 5 on one card, you'll get up to 10x your entry fee. Now we're rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with the Dolphins defense. Hayden Hurst, Raheem Mostert, Jalen Waddle, and Tyreek Hill on the outside looking in. Although I'm going to be honest, Tyreek Hill, the guy at 5, 4, and 3, basically not separated at all. Top 2, different planet altogether. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. First up at number 5, we're going to Tua. He is $15K, projected for 17 fantasy points. The Miami Dolphins are 3.5-point dogs here against Cincinnati, 48-point total. He's got an 11% chance to go for north of 30 fantasy points and a 12% chance to be your optimal MVP, which kind of lets you know exactly what you need out of Tua. Another 29% gets him in at the utility spot, but very little separation between Tua and Tyreek Hill, and there's very little separation between Tua and the next 2 guys that I'm about to talk about. One of which is Jamar Chase, 13,500, projected for 15 fantasy points. Now he's playing for the favorites here, 17% chance that he can go for more than 30, an 11% likelihood that he can be your optimal MVP, which means you need slightly less than 30, plus another 30% at the flex spot. He's basically tied with Tua. He gets him on some rounding right now, and that gets him into number 4, but I see very little difference between all 3 of these guys. If you like Tyreek Hill, then you probably want to bring Tua along for the ride. If you're not that big of a fan of Tyreek Hill today, then you can go to Jamar Chase, and you'll see some other options as we keep talking. Or you can save a little bit of salary, go to a different Bengals pass catcher. That's going to be $11,500 T. Higgins, projected for 13 fantasy points. You know they're the favorites here. So many weapons, the Bengals offense. 11% chance that he goes for more than 30. 11% chance that he's your optimal MVP. So you know you probably need like 30 out of Higgins to get to that spot. Plus another 30% chance to be optimal at that utility spot. Again, whether it's Higgins, Chase, Tua, Hill, these guys are all basically the same in terms of their odds of being in an optimal. Make the salaries work so that you can get both of my top 2 plays. Look at this gigantic jump up in tier. 61% of the time Joe Burrow is in the optimal. That gets him to 2nd. That's 20% higher than T. Higgins. Burrow is 15,500, projected for 20 fantasy points, and is just set up to have a great day no matter how you want to use him. 29% chance he scores 30 fantasy points or more. 27% chance Joe Burrow is your optimal MVP. I don't think anybody would be surprised if he has the highest fantasy score today. And you get another 34% at the utility spot because 15.5 isn't all that crazy for Joe Burrow. There's a very clear line in the sand drawn between 2 and 3. I love Burrow. He didn't get to number 1, but he's close enough to number 1 that it's very clearly a top 2. Before we get to that number 1 contender, however, one last reminder, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments who your favorite plays are, and then go sign up at Prize Picks using the link in the description. Your number 1 contender for today is Joe Mixon because he is an outstanding utility play. He's 12K. I don't know why. He's projected for 16 fantasy points. He looks incredible here. There's a 13% chance that Joe Mixon goes for more than 30 fantasy points, at which point you're gonna need Joe Mixon in the MVP. But 50% of the time, Joe Mixon is going to be optimal at the utility spot. That's 10% more than anybody else on this slate combined. It's not close. It's Mixon, it's Burrow, and then it's everybody else. But for right now, if you need to save salary, this is the easiest place that you can do it. 12K Joe Mixon is your number one contender for today. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NFL DFS contenders on FanDuel for Thursday Night Football, Bengals and Dolphins. Now, there's a DraftKings version of this video around here somewhere, so check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win some money. We're back again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Contenders.